What's Gucci? What's happening? Welcome to another episode of Unmade, episode number 8, I think. Well, it is what it is, number 8. On Facebook, you can catch us on. Well, you can catch us on Facebook. We are Unmade on Instagram. We are Unmade underscore on TikTok. We are Unmade underscore. And as always, you chill with your boy, Andy LeMajor Star Collins, aka What's Gucci, aka Beautiful Boys, aka Princess Diane, Examia Felu Doti. You know, today I want to do shit different, you get? Want to do shit different and let's just get to this shit, man. Let's just get to this shit, you come. Yeah, so let's start here. Kanye, well, not Kanye, because that nigga always like, if you my friend, don't call me Kanye, call me Ye. Yeah, so Ye is coming to South Africa. Gadi Mang Mang. I can't promote him because we ain't getting paid for that shit. So, so yeah, Kanye is hitting the country somewhere around that time, and what concerns me and what I've heard that concerns a lot of people is he's hosting it at Ellis Park Stadium. Ish. Ellis Park Stadium, Kanye West, well, yay, Ellis Park Stadium doesn't make sense. Because, I mean, like, Chris Brown came through recently. He filled up, well, I don't know, yeah, I think he filled up F&B, you know. And F&B, I think the capacity of F&B, it takes 90k seats. And Chris Breezy, I think he filled it up. Then Ellis Park is like 60. It's like 60% of it's like 60% of F&B, because Ellis Park capacity takes like 55k. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, 55k something, 55k seats, 55 to 56k seats capacity. Dog, it's Ofina, I don't know. Akathembi ukuthi une-crowd ngapho, or is he still testing the market? I don't know, is it his first time lana or what? Yay, Ellis Park, Dorenfontein worse. I'm not saying it's a bad place, but I mean, like, you could do more seats, bro. And let's not forget Uti, Ellis Park, 2001, there was this incident that happened whereby allegedly the 43 people passed away. Ngathi bedlala iSoweto Derby, bedlala iPirates neChiefs, and 43 people passed away because of the stampede and because of the commotion that happened there, you know. And I mean, like, why would Kanye invite it? That's exactly what's ringing up to now in my head. Why would he go there? As the guy, it's only 55 seats. Bro, do you know how many people love Kanye, bro? Do you know how many people love Ye, bro? Dog. I think it's over a mil, dog. Almost, not even I think almost the whole country loves Ye. Almost the whole country wants to find Ye when he performs his whatever, his music and obviously his latest drops in clothing and all that tells me he's gonna market that shit. His clothing when it comes to the activations of the show, of the tour, of the event. But I think I know why Ye chose Ellis Park Stadium. Isikutshele kancane nje history Ellis Park. Ellis Park was founded, I think in 1920, 1922, 1929, if I'm not mistaken, 1922, 1929, by a gentleman who was a city councillor in Johannesburg back at the time called J.D. Ellis, J.D. Ellis. So J.D. Ellis was approached by a rugby football union, which was called Transvaal. Yeah, it was called Transvaal Rugby Football Union, because JT was approached by these guys, Transvaal Rugby Football Union, to bavule le, because apparently it was a downside, or there was too much garbage or loitering in that space. So they saw a space and they saw, you know what, let's make a rugby stadium here. So what I'm trying to say is that this stadium was made for rugby, basically. That's why even I think in 2003 there was also 2003 or 19 something, there was also that famous rugby play that was happening in Rapaya, just to give you a little background. It is park. Then it changed when Transvaal Rugby Football Union, they approached J.D. Ellis. They founded that place. Then that place was called, Ellis Park something. Before Coca-Cola came through. Coca-Cola came through. He signed a deal with JD. After founding that stadium, they signed a deal. Machawuma 450 million. Yeah, I'm too short. 450 million. They signed that deal. Then that stadium for a minute or for a while, it was called Coca-Cola. I think it was called Coca-Cola Park. Coca-Cola Park or Coca-Cola Stadium, somewhere up, before it went back to the Ellis Park, before it went back to Ellis Park. So yeah, Moro, that was just a short story, Ellis Park, and also it trying to figure out also why Ye, keep forgetting why Ye chose that stadium. If you know Ye, after the Adidas and after the what brand that he's been fighting with, if you've checked all his moves, this guy is actually going against the Jewish people. And every tour that this guy does, it's something that has to do with the Jewish people, or he's trying to establish a movement, or his own movement, where the Jewish people have tapped, or where the Jewish people have stepped on. Ellis Park is one of those places, where the Jewish people also. I'll tell you the history now why I'm saying Ellis Park is also part of the Jewish people. Let's go back, or let's go to the recent tour to prove my point. Recent tour, we say, I think it was Seoul or something. Seoul in South Korea. That place, if you check the history of Seoul, South Korea, that place, to prove my point, Kanye is actually a against the Jewish, and he's trying to establish himself within the Jewish community and trying to shy away people from the Jews which are following. I don't know, but there's something that he's doing in the Jewish community. So let's go back to the recent one in Seoul, South Korea, where his latest tour was. Seoul, South Korea. The history of it relating to the Jewish people. Seoul people, South Korea, are studying the Jewish people. Let me prove this as well. There was a point whereby the famous figure in the community of South Korea. He was a famous person, I just forgot his name. This famous person also implemented that at least 1 out of 5 schools or 1 out of 5 students should have what they call it's called a malam. It's a malam. It's like a Bible. It's their sort of like their Bible. It's called a malam. So, and that malam is usually a guiding book or spiritual book that the Jewish people use, and the malam is cool. I'm not supposed to go to this politics, but I'll go there just to touch on it. The malam has writings of the Torah, and you know what's the Torah? The Torah is one of the first 5 Bibles. It's one of the first 5 Bibles to be written. So basically, the Jewish people are being guided by that malam book, and that malam book has writings of one of the writings is the Torah, the Torah is one of the 5 first books to be written for the Bible, basically. So South Korea and Jewish people, this is how they relate. They're studying one of the main books that the Jewish people are studying, and that book entails their ethnicity, the way they do things in tradition, in culture, environment, and all that sort of stuff. So that answers my question with why Kanye is always after the Jewish people. Okay, it comes back to Ellis Park. You come back and ask me, okay, sure, Andy, we hear you, sharp. You're telling us about Seoul, South Korea. Ellis Park again up the Jewish people. And no Kanye. Let me tell you something. No yay. Sorry. No yay. Yay. Ellis Park was back in the day. Back in the day, Doren Fontaine. Not Ellis Park. Back in the day, Doren Fontaine was actually Belindawo beyithanda ama Jewish immigrants, basically. Doren Fontaine back in the days, in the olden days, Belindawo, that was actually first founded by ama immigrants away ama Jewish. Beyithanda abantu bama Jewish basically back in the day, So it has that significance to Kanye. Probably he went to his books and was like, shit, I'm going to South Africa. I need to fuck them motherfuckers up. I need to shit on them niggas' plate. It's like, what is it? Then probably he made his history like, this is where the Jews landed in South Africa. I'm going here. Excuse me, So at the end of the day, that's my opinion, the reason why I choose Ellis Park is because of this guy is after my Jewish people, and the Doren Fontaine in the whole South Africa was well known for my immigrants, Jews, the Jewish people. So probably he's going against that. He's trying to figure out if there's something like that they left or not or whatever. But that's how Kanye, Ellis Park, and the Jewish people in my head connect, which is why I choose Ellis Park, because he's always after the Jewish people. After but him drop on his all the deals going now and all these words he's been saying, I'm gonna choose people. So that's why he chose that's why he chose Ellis Park, because of that story. It's not because of the capacity. It's not because I feel like it's not because of capacity. I feel like it's not because of he can't fill up FNP or he can't fill up Moses Mabida. I mean, like if you can choose Ellis Park, he might as well come to Bombela, you know. He might as well come to Bombela, and it's in a line Bombela capacity to probably 35 to 45k. Yeah, 35 to 45k. Yeah, my seats, you know. So he might as well come here, but because of he's always after they choose people, I feel like that's the reason why, yeah, went to wherever. I mean, to Ellis Park in whatever fun day, you know, you know, flip man. Yeah, but I got mega love for that guy. And go check it out, you know, and go check him out and check how he maneuvers the show and how he executes the show, you know. Bringing it back local as always. This show is about local, you know. We can say whatever, do whatever, but at the end of the day, we need to come back local and give feedback. We can say, you know, that's what the show is all about. We can say, we also do this culture like us, you know. So back to local hip hop, or local music to say, or local creative side to say. Recently, there's no Leather Crooner and Jinx. Shout out Jinx once more time. Big shout out Leather Crooner, Jinx, CD, Camarade 24/7, 365 all day, baby. You know. Yeah, and Leather mentioned that he's doing a project, and I think I'll be part of the project, and I think some few guys with Taren, Jinxie, we saw on Facebook, you know, it's me, Jinxie B, Vitaren. I saw also Untanga Lyrical Chopper Lapayana. What did I see as well? Forgive me if I didn't see. Now I'm just saying, too short Arabia, you know, it's a project, but I also didn't hear it, but I think that nigga is actually cooking something with the slang we use these days. Probably that nigga is cooking something. But he dropped recently he dropped a track called Pressure. Yeah, it's Pressure, man. Yeah, Pressure. I heard the track. He sent me the track before he dropped it. Bumped the track, listened to it. Yo, is this nigga really gonna say it? You know. And he said it, like for real. That nigga said it. He said it. He said he's putting pressure on niggas. He's putting pressure on Makasana with music. No one or no creative like us that can do better. Well, they can do better, but he's the bestest, you know. You know. So yeah, go check it out. He produced the track. Recorded the track again. He wrote on the track. It's called Pressure by Leather Crooner. You know, go check it out. I also heard a recent track that Kobe Mays dropped. Hold up, let's break it down. I know I keep mentioning Kobe Mays, but be with me. That nigga not a bad nigga. That nigga is just, he not a bad nigga because I always mention him without bringing him on the show. Nah, dog. That nigga's the dopest. I've heard his tracks. That nigga's dope. In fact, I'm putting y'all niggas on that nigga. Kobe Mays. Y'all should check that nigga out. You think y'all should check that nigga out. That nigga got a super dope sound. The sound like it's something that it's a sound that it's laid back. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's not nostalgic. It's authentic. It's raw. It's something that if you put an ear on the track now, or somebody, if you listen to his song, you won't be like, "Hi man, I know this sound," or "Hi man, it's sound and or "Hi man, he's tryna, he's following the footsteps." I don't think that nigga has. I don't think Kobe Mays has he has someone that he looks up to, dog. The way he raps, dog. that nigga looks up to himself, you can. But yeah, shout out to Kobe Mays. I should have you, dog, on this fucking podcast, dog. Hit me up when you see this, my nigga. Hit me up, Yeah. So Kobe Mays also dropped. He dropped a single. What's the single called? I was bumping it like yesterday, even earlier today. It has a visualizer. I'll find the song and I'll put it on somewhere around here. Believe.
Stuff that I'll never die in average life. I knew the things that I should sacrifice. God came up to me and then he told me, quit the habits that are causing you to die before your chosen time. God spoke to my mom. I had to listen, bro. I felt the Holy Spirit talking to me. Then I saw the light.
Yeah, so Kobe Mays dropped that song. He sampled. I don't know who's the producer of that song, but salute to that nigga, true. Yo, he sampled. There's this group. Like, that's what I'm saying. You should salute that producer, dog. That sample, yeah, it's like he group ya khona ifana nama OJs, ifana nama, who's that? Marvin in the Blue Notes. The group One Way, yeah. The group is called One Way. The group is called One Way, and the track is called Call Me. Yeah. Kobe Mays, dog, your producer sample that, dog. Do you know those niggas, dog? Do you know your music, dog? Or does your producer know that his music, or does your producer know them niggas? Except it's a dope ass sample, dog. One Way. That track was I think it was produced by the Soul Fathers or the Soul Mates. I think it sounds like the Soul Mates or the Soul Brothers, but not our Soul Brothers, but the Soul Brothers. It was released by UMG, Universal Music Group. One Way, go check the track out. In fact, I bumped the track and I bumped Kobe Mays sample. Yes, sample of the track. The track is called Call Me.
For you.
By One Way, Call Me. So producer got Kobe Mays sample that track, dog. The producer. If I got download an idea sample, dog. Shout out to your producer, dog. He's dope. He knows music. He knows his stuff, dog. That's a dope sample by One Way. The track is called Call Me. The group is called One Way. The track is called Call Me. Another thing, guys, so getting spring too much, getting spring. That's why I see me some short sleeve with my, my bulletproof, getting spring, guys, and We need to look dope. We need to look fresh. We need to look apart. We need to look our age. We need to look our culture. We need to look our whatever it is. So I want to plug you on some few items that I bumped into, Joe, and some few local brands that I actually bumped into that I feel like these brands are bubbling underground, and if you guys blink once and forget about them, these niggas are gone, bruh. These brands are gone. Local brand, the first one, Club Wisteria. Club Wisteria by my boy, Porisho Mashiro. Porisho Mashiro. Yeah, too short already, Porisho Mashiro. That brand is dope, brand. It was founded this year, 2025, by Yena Porisho Mashiro. We call them Gravy Art, Gravy Art. My boys from Leidenberg, met at TUT. After TUT, I didn't know Leidenberg. Went back, like, relocated after TUT. TUT in Bombela campus, relocated to Leidenberg. How? Dog, you live here? Yeah, you also live here? No, I just moved with my colony to live here. Yeah, so I met that nigga varsity to find out good time. I got something going on in Rambilak. It's called Club Wisteria. He's working with names like Abu Journey with Spirit. Yo, gents and lads, Journey with Spirit. That guy's the president there started in epic. That guy with pictures, not just pictures, storytelling pictures, too. I call him X. It's Pure X. His name is Pure X Meat. Go check it out. His page, his page or brand is called Journey with Pure. Yeah, he's the guy that's working with Club Wisteria, and they've been using this model. Brazil. Mario Cotiti's little bro. Who's that nigga? Lenzo Dontello. Mario Cotiti. Shout out Mario, man. Hey, my boy, little boy, Dontello. I see you. So yeah, shout out to the gents that are actually pushing the movement. The Club Wisteria and Leidenberg. I see you, Pogish. Shout out, my nigga. Club Wisteria is dope, dog. It's something that's out of this world. And shout out to the gents that you're working with. Pure X, I see you, dog. Lenzo Dontello, I see you, dog. Mario Cotiti, I see you on the other side, my boy. I see you, my nigga. I see you. Another brand I also want to plug you with, Heavy Swag by Marcus. I don't know who be that donkey. The brand is called Heavy Swag. It's founded 2015 by Bonginkosi Marcus Mtimuni. We call him Heavy, I don't think Leidenberg going down to that side. I don't think Muntu or there's a 2000 or Bintombasana Umchita ongayazi Heavy Swag or was Leidenberg young down. And that guy, I think he opened also a flagship in Malaysia, because last time we spoke, he's like, yeah, Malaysia we need to link up. So yeah, shout out to Heavy Swag. Go check that brand out, dog. Heavy Swag gear. Chayon King Kintanga, dog. Chow and a cap, chow and a gloves, chow and a crop top and chow like the latest trendy stuff. Like he's always he's always top notch and always on par with trend. Tanga will never miss, dog. I remember He designed me this other track pen. Yeah, it's like a parachute track pen. I'm sharing about parachute dog because yellow. It was dope. It was dope. Then I was like, yeah, nah, I don't think I know this story, you know. Now meeting at the Lightenberg, you know. So shout out to Heavy Swag Gear. Shout out to Marcus Mtimu. I see your club stereo boy shows pure eggs. Lenz Don't Tell I see you, dog. See y'all niggas. And also these brands, dog. And these brands have actually dropped, especially Club Stereo. Club Stereo has actually dropped their spring merch, but drop on my cap, but drop on their t-shirts. I'm getting my match soon. Club Stereo, dude. I wanna fill up Club Stereo. Heavy Swag, you know. Oh, Naleza like us. I keep forgetting them guys. I need to go to them niggas and share a word with them. Gemstone, apparently Gemstone is popping, Drew. Gemstone, Napashama Genie. I think they specialize in denim. I think I need to go sit down with them. Specialize in denim. They have different dope designs though. Malay Makasana, Vano Kosama, Unplugged, I think poetry sessions and all of that stuff. But guys, if you're pushing local brands, hit me up on my email. I always drop email after the show, Joe. Or check YouTube down there on the info. It's always my emails. Hit me up. Dog. I'm a tennis dog, like to the max. Get and yeah, man. Besides that, yeah. But they just released a media statement. Marudi Kichimera Pezulu first fena. Hey, very being phone. I was like, nah, this platform actually platform you know. This is the difference between the unmade and my podcaster man. I want to sleeping up, but show something. It says basically. I give you my artist dog that are still gonna pop. I give you the latest music info. It says a pop. I'm also starting to give you the latest brands that were already spoken with. We've shared ideas that was about and about our own podcast. You know, we all about that. We're not about negative energy. So to ban, give you a mang. I want because, but hey dog, it's very touchy. That one. This week I saw the video. I got beat up on a beat. My other name, by the way, it's Dewo. I want. So I saw in Tanga video the poison the machine, Chimashir. Hey, it's actually terrifying, guys. It sparked a lot of thoughts in my head, because then it doesn't have. It's not the first time man did that, you know. It's not the first time did that, and I feel like there should be a department, or there should be a counseling committee for artists that have hit rock bottom, but yet again also have a council that will also help artists that that are still new to the game and having new money artists. Let me just say that, new money artists that have hit rock bottom, and artists that are having new money, you know, because you can't keep on my video, but okay, let me just give you the small brief with what happened. Well, what I heard about I get to too short so apparently too short too short untanga wakhe, untanga too short bekane-toe. Ngizwile nami indaba guys, ngiyangifaki, I'm just sharing, Then I'll get to my moral of the story. I'm just, funa ukukhansela, So two spins or two zinto. Yeah, let me just speak in codes. I want to sobambana. Two zinto. Bathi yena bekanegig endaweni, yabo, e-Abuja izolo lapho nakusasa mntanami, yabona. So two zinto bekanegig izolo lapho leni endaweni. Hawu. Apparently two zinto ngathi bathi kuse cover oyi-1 because ngathi i-promote bekunama-promoter azwakalile bacova u-two zinto bathi kuse two zinto since wena last weza nobani cova oyi-1 uze naye ekara ulende naye ekara, yabo, e-Abuja, yabo. Hawu ntanga athi okay athi standard into fresh athi uthi ngicova ubani, no man ithi ngicove nangomadekane la, yabo. Hawu ntanga acova ubani, uJipawu, yabona. Ntanga bacova uJipawu athi ayithe Jipawu asiphakame basifuna kuphi lena endaweni, yabona. Bafika le endaweni aka-Oka, okay bathi untanga bathi bamgaye vele ishilambombe intabe Groot, yabona. Intabe vele big money la, baba drop off e-flea market uthi kuse isidikeni ngesidwadlo before yonke into icala phasi ikhuphuka, yabona. Hawu okay sure untanga bathi babagaye manje ngoba ngathi untanga uJipawu ngathi uye ngathi untanga beka overspend, yabona. Hawu two zinto nalezi ezinye lezi ezinazo babridge lina eshobuke wena ungaspendi kanje sho because uzokhawathenga ibhukuthi, yabo. Mandlela walana kahle ngesikhathi eside yanyamalala ibhukuthi, yabona. So ungaspendi kanje bathi hawu untanga athi hayi kusenena nisibaya mina ngathi senize la ngizo-check ibhokodo lami ukuthi manje lisimala kangakanani ibhokotini lami akuse yazi thini inhle kunangigcwala ngesikileni sami bathi untanga anyamalala thatha iside lakhe. Bayi from lapho vele hawu untanga vele aqhumile wathi bekasuka konke la ahamba khona vele lapha e-flea market konke la ahamba khona bathi hawu untanga vele ziyachuma vele spark plug athi vele hawu ufika endlovu yange ngicapha ngubani ware yabo. Abada from lapho hawu untanga vele shaya i-top spark plug one way noma sebabuyele emuva bathi untanga azilokele emadawana ebhangeleni lakhe. Hawu ukhuluma kanje bathi untanga ushaye live mara bona ba-right top untanga uthi bamcindezela mara untanga aba-right top. Okay sharp asiyeke singalahisi ngale ndaba. Okay untanga abuye enze lokhu akwenzayo kwambambe wenze whatever. Moral of the story ayisikokucala nje lele ngithunakala nje for real. Ayisikokucala lele ngithunakala. And it's not only in this industry kuphela lele ngithunakala, we've seen it. So I hate to make amalokanjin like to name people's like biza amagama abantu because amagama abantu I grew up knowing ukuthi amagama abantu ayasinda, So artists wabuya then wabuya they did whatever. Jigi hawu untanga sesibabona bakhala ma-Facebook hawu untanga mos last week wena bo hawu this time untanga sekuwe manje yasikhalela but yabona only to find out ukuthi phuma allegations ukuthi untanga badla ezi-wrong abontanga abontanga babhema ezinganantuthu yabona all that stuff. So that's why we moral of the story, we really need a council or a council to be cheesy. We really need a council apart from artist management, apart from whatever. We just need a council whereby they born with okay sure untanga sekazo blow up umthathe mhlalise phansi and sidinga free so we don't money amanje yabo. Like they born with untanga sekazo blow up because we see via my streams, we see via my radio plays, And while he's waiting for, and maybe an artist, right? He's still waiting for that period which is like his because music like investment. I can do a song now, Kusasa 18 million views, from Kusasa up until the whole of the year. By the good radio play, but still born in like cars, born still money and buying cars, still born with my flip flops, still born wherever I'm gonna call like a normal 10%, but you would how does it? What am I supposed to cook? Imariala music in Java. Yeah, it's a benzel, I bet you're on this October Pambi, you know. So where was I? Oh yeah, so yeah, we really need that cancel whereby while we're still waiting for the artist, the artist is poor, we really need that cancel, especially artist passing charity show. These are the things that are gonna happen, or these are the things you need to watch out for. These are the things you need to, you know, generally, physically, spiritual, because I keep hearing it and I keep hearing it as a joke, but it's true. I see it in anymore, you know. But spiritually, you know, and all that. Check us spiritually, guide you spiritually, you know. And after an artist, I try to try rock bottom. We should also have a council. But now people have hit rock bottom. You know, he's on us all. You know, they've hit rock bottom, but no one was there so they hit rock bottom, but no one was there. So to cut the matter short, we actually need a council that will actually help us when if it happens, we hit rock bottom, and also when we are about to make it. Other than that, we are unmade on Facebook. On Instagram, you're unmade_, on TikTok, you're unmade_, and as always, you chill myself under the Major Star Collins, aka Beautiful Boys, aka What's Gucci, aka Princess Diana, actually my favorite daughter, you know. This was episode number 8. Catch you on episode number 9, which is my favorite number, you know. 699, the fun I told, you know. Catch you on episode number 9. Hope you enjoyed this one. Shout out. Peace.
Trying to smoke some on my nigga. Crooner up in the stool, my nigga. Had somebody say shit about me.